All right, here we are. We are live. Uh, it takes a moment to set up here. I am currently live on Facebook, Instagram, and also especially here. Okay, and I'm just checking the lighting here. And so happy to reconnect. So grateful to be here. In case you don't know who I am, my name is 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐩𝐚, and for over uh wow, it's been so many years now. I've been assisting twin flames on their journey to overcome fear, reconnect with their twin flame counterpart or the person their soul calls in, because there are a few people out there whose soul had called in a better match. And so I know some people might not want to hear it, but I am here to explain what happens on this journey, okay? And to fully step into mission and leave that job already. Get out of that job. It's not aligned. Okay, stop lying to yourself. That job is not aligned. I see that we have a couple people here, and I thought about making this a master class. I will have one soon. All right, because I really want you guys to be able to get this. And I'm just playing around with the screen for a little bit. Let me see, exit full screen. So I apologize if this took me out a little bit. Okay, so how to reconnect with your twin flame. I'm going to explain this the way I had experienced this with the universe, okay? And I want to make sure I'm looking at you guys. Like I mentioned, I was a tough one, but eventually I said, you know what? The universe is not trying to hurt me. So let me slow down and listen. Okay. So this is number one step for you to do. Some of you might be like, I have slowed down, 𝐿, and I'm good with that. Right. No, when I say slow down, I mean to really slow down. Like the obsessive thinking, those thoughts, what do I do? How do I make this happen? Those need to go away. There is no amount of how do I make this happen that's going to make it happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. No amount of how do I make this happen will bring your twin flame back. And trying to figure it out and all this kind of stuff, same thing, will not bring your twin flame back. And it's because when you are trying to figure out something, and this is from your mind, the universe manifests every single thought that you're having. Okay? Stay with me. The universe manifests every single thought. Twin flames are no exception to this. So if you're trying to figure it out, then you manifest more of trying to figure it out. And that's what keeps showing up in your reality. You're trying to figure it out. There's no figuring this out from your mind, like at all. There's none of that. There is from your soul. Okay. You might have heard this message a lot. And so some of it might be like, I hear this, I'm trying. You're not the only one who has said this. I've heard this all over the place. All right. I'm explaining it from my experience so that you can get it. Okay. And so the universe guided me along the way. That's what the universe is going to do. The universe is going to guide you and is guiding your person. Your mind believes that you're doing this, that you are in charge of this, that you're making everything happen. That's not true. Okay? Let's get out of that. That is not true. Your soul's leading. The universe, God, whichever resonates with you is leading you on this journey and provides you with step-by-step guidance. This is what my clients experience. And I've had clients that were like, oh my goodness, 𝐿, I'm hearing messages. That never happened before. Or perhaps a feeling. There's a feeling of something. I've had clients that say, I hear the universe talking to my twin flame. Yes. Yes. The universe talks to your twin flame, whether or not this person is aware that that is happening, okay? They receive guidance as well. But when the mind comes in and says, let me make it happen, it oversteps that the universe is unfolding, because the mind says, I need to see it right here, right now. It has to happen. And when it does that, it overlooks what the universe is saying. And I am not talking about numbers, like repeated numbers, feathers, things like those. I'm talking about specific guidance on what to do. For example, I was a very independent person. I wasn't asking for reconnection. I got to a point where I was like, I'm good either way. Very important. I know some of you might be like, it's really hard. It's really hard. Well, this is why I'm going to put the link for this. I did create this ebook, The Magnetic Shift, to help you out with this. And it's affordable right now. It's $14.99. I'll put that in the link. It's on sale, $14.99, so that you can experience this shift. Okay, so you can come out of any obsessive loops, come out of those thoughts that are getting in the way of your intuition. All right, you want to experience this connection. It is so important that you're moving out of your mind. You cannot be in your mind. And I know, I get it. There's a reason why the mind holds on to things. It wants it right now. By the way, with this book, you'll be able to shift out of obsessive thinking of anything, anyone. If you're a business owner and you need money right now, you need to make that money, and your mind keeps saying, how do I make it? How do I make it? How do I make it? Right now, it needs to come. This is obsessive thinking. Same concept. It keeps money away. And so this book will help you in both areas where you understand why the looping is happening. And there are techniques in there, meditations. There's different information in there that helps you to connect within, to move from your mind into your body and to become magnetic. Okay. When you are in magnetism, your twin flame is drawn to you, money is drawn to you, the life you want is drawn to you. All right. So it's in that book, the link, I just put it there in the comments. So we're going back to this. You're good either way. You're good either way. One of the things that I had to tell myself, because my person returned and then the universe made everything happen the same way all over again. The intensity, the feeling like, oh my goodness, like this is such a great connection. Oh, this feels really good. But then there were still some fears, why is he pulling away again? Why is all this stuff happening again? That happened. And that's when I got down and real and said, let's tackle this. We got to do this. We have to overcome this. And I was able to. And I'm telling you, you get the information in the Magnetic Shift ebook. Okay. So one of the phrases that I use that helped me, I will happily give to you, is I am not in control. Okay. I will repeat, I am not in control. The future is not in my hands, is not in my control. The mind will say, I need to grip onto this because if I don't, it's not going to happen. The more you keep gripping, I'm talking to you. You know who you are. You know, the more you keep gripping, don't worry, I was there. I'm not judging anybody. The longer it takes, the more it pushes back. It pulls away, or whatever phrase hits you, okay? You can't grip onto this. And I say it from the bottom of my heart, you cannot grip onto this, onto the connection, on the I need and all this stuff. And the things you want unfolds faster. All right. I did say I was going to write some things down to help you truly get it. You can comment, I get it. Let me know if you got it. All right. And I got to pull up a whiteboard. I'll write it simple. No gripping. I'm not kidding. No gripping. Let it go. No gripping. See if you can see it. None. All right. I'm over here giggling. All right. I'm a giggler. Sometimes I have to control it. Okay. So when your person returns, oh, this is another thing. I had all kinds of messages before reunion. It's likely you're getting messages before reunion. These are very important messages. Okay. If you're not getting messages, let's do some clearing so you can get them and get on track with what your soul is creating. So I had received a message. I'm not going to come in, or perhaps the universe said it, in the most perfect way. I may still be an ego and I need some time and I need understanding and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like, all right. So I had to work on ego. I had to work on my triggers. I had to work on what connection is. And this is what I teach. And you'll see more trainings like this. I teach connection. This is my purpose. Is it twin flame? Yes, but it's more connection because it's not about your twin flame. It's about how you experience connection with yourself and how you allow another person to experience connection with you. Okay, so this is something I had to learn how to do and how to not grip or to run away and to be there for another person who's experiencing pain. Okay, and another thing is this is understanding it is a mirror. It is a mirror. And so when you experience fear, guess who's experiencing fear? Okay. It didn't start with your twin flame. It started with that ex you could not stand for so many years, okay, was mirroring you. And so it is a mirror. So when you're experiencing, it's likely that person is experiencing it too and is going through these things. So when you're saying, I'm so afraid of the outcome, I'm so afraid what's going to happen, your person's thinking the same thing too. And so what we tend to do when we're in fear is we fight, we do all this kind of stuff, and it makes the fear grow. You got to understand fear, when you're putting this fear on the person, like, I need you, you need to be here, we got to do this stuff together, even if you are thinking it. You might not even be saying it. This is energetic, but you feel afraid. Guess who feels afraid? I mean, I said guessed already. Some of you guessed. So your person is afraid too. All right. So what can you do about this fear? Because even for myself, the fear was there. And I'm thinking everything's going to be okay, right? And so the contact became less. And I was like, oh my goodness. Mm-mm. And then when he stopped reaching out as much was when I was like, I have to do something about this. I had to actually really, really look at the fear and say, it can't be here, because he shows the fear. Your twin flame shows you that. It's so important to take care of that. But do not judge your fear because it's coming up. That's what the connection does. When you look at this as a relationship, you're going to ask all kinds of relationship things and want relationship stuff to happen and all this kind of stuff without recognizing that a part of the process for you to really experience this connection is to allow the fear to exit. It's to not view it as things are coming to an end. No, your fear is trying to leave you. Your fear about relationships, your fear about feeling rejected or being abandoned. Are they going to leave me? All this kind of stuff. These fears are coming up to be processed. All right. And learning how to hold space for the other person is so important. You know, when someone opens up to us, what do? Oh my goodness, they're attacking me. You know, they express their feelings. They say, I don't like when you do this. I don't want you doing that. Or I need space. Or, you know, let's not communicate right now. Something like this, we go into, they don't want me. All right. No, that's not it. Get yourself out of that. All right. And sorry if I sound like I'm screaming. Maybe not sorry. Just letting you know, get yourself out of that. They own their feelings. So many people, you know, I was one of them. Like when someone says not right now, it means I'm not good enough. There's something wrong with me. Why can't you choose me? I need you to choose me. All right. There's all that stuff that goes looping around. No, No, when you give space for this person to experience their healing and you take that time for your healing, you heal connection. Okay? You begin to feel safe in yourself. This person begins to feel safe in the connection. When you grip onto it so tightly, even if it's energetically, they don't feel safe. It doesn't matter if it's energetically. Sometimes we say to ourselves, well, they can't see or hear or feel what's going on. Yes, they can. Energy is really strong, and energy does not lie. And your thoughts are always manifesting. It's so important to take care of these. All right. So the other thing that I will mention, I guess this isn't going to be very long, and then I'll take a look at the questions, right? The other thing to mention here is to be patient. Be patient. I was guilty. This is moving too slow for me. I can't stand this beat. Let me get out of here and stuff like that. No, you're aligning. This person's aligning. You're balancing, however you want to look at it. You're taking care of your fears. They're taking care of their fears. You're learning how to feel safe in your body, how to feel safe in connection. They're doing the same thing too. When we rush the process because we want what we want, I did that, right? I want it right now. Couldn't have it right now. And I said, you know my story, many of you. When we rush the process, there isn't that time that the connection needs for safety to grow and expand. And I get it. Some of you might be like, well, my twin flame is in a relationship with someone else. This is not the time for reunion. I will tell you that. This is not the time for reunion. Okay? Because you're starting connection, like the universe wouldn't even let you. The universe wouldn't even let you. So you might be like, one situation keeps happening, one terrible situation keeps on happening back to back. Well, the universe is not gonna let you and your person hurt each other. If you're connected with someone else, they're connected with someone else, that's the time to follow your soul. Work on yourself. I never tell anybody, oh, just leave that connection. Don't do that. Work on yourself. Work on why that connection is there. Because a lot of connections are teaching you something. And be sure to start on a better foot. Now, I say all of these things, but follow your inner guidance, okay? What I do is help you process that pain, the trauma, understand connection, remain with your twin. Because many of my clients, they come to understand ego. They recognize it in others, in themselves. They're building connection because they understand how that works. All right. Their life is changing. Estranged kids come back. The adult kids that say, I don't want anything to do with you, they come back, and things like those. This is what happens when you are healing, the way you connect with yourself and you experience connection with another person. And you're trusting God, the universe, and following your guidance and so on. You're learning how to do that, how to really listen to your intuition and recognize what is the mind and what is soul. It changes a lot of things. All right, so I'm going to look at the comment here. And Marwa says, when you are balanced, DM is back. I love you, ma'am. I'm in India. I am Indian. I love you too. Follow you and I respect you. Thank you so much. And hey, Yashin, I made an appointment with you this past weekend and wanted to know if everything's okay because, I did reach out to you. I'm going to reach out to you again. Yes, we can definitely reschedule. All right. And thank you, Rested Warrior. All right. And so this is a shorter live than I anticipated. If you have any questions, you can ask them. Be in the present moment. Okay. So important, not the future. What is this going to look like? How is it going to unfold? Don't worry about that. Your soul's taking care of all of that. You're being guided. Your twin flame's being guided. Okay, your divine counterpart is being guided, and live each day in that present moment and increase your magnetism. That's what that book is for. All right. And attract instead. Don't chase, not even with your thoughts and your energy. And it's possible. I know some of you might say it's so hard, 𝐿. It's very possible. Keep going with this. All right. So I didn't see any other comment there. Thanks for joining this live, and I'll catch you guys next time.